She spent years covering her face with makeup, but she finally revealed her true face. For years, Carlotta Bertotti hid a secret under layers of makeup. A mark on her face made her feel different, something she tried to cover up. But as her journey unfolds, she discovers that what she once saw as a flaw is actually a part of who she is. A blue-gray spot, marked by the nevus avota, is a benign skin condition that manifests as hyperpigmentation on the face. While medically harmless, its psychological impact can be profound, especially for young individuals navigating the complex world of self-acceptance and social scrutiny. In a candid conversation, Carlotta bared her soul, recounting the arduous path she crossed toward self-acceptance. Carlotta was just 8 years old when she first picked up a makeup brush, not to experiment like most little girls, but to hide. The moment she stepped into a world that constantly judged appearances, she realized that looking different came with a cost. Innocent stares soon turned into whispers, then cruel taunts. The weight of being labeled as different crushed her spirit, forcing her to seek refuge behind layers of foundation and concealer. Each morning, her day would begin hours earlier than her peers, meticulously applying makeup to ensure no trace of her birthmark was visible. What started as a coping mechanism soon became a survival tactic. If the world wasn't going to be kind to her, she would build her own armor. Her struggle, however, extended beyond her physical appearance. At the tender age of 12, Carlotta faced yet another battle, one that threatened not just her confidence, but her very existence. She was diagnosed with meningioma, a benign tumor that pressed against her facial nerves, leaving half of her face paralyzed. The diagnosis shattered her world, robbing her not only of movement but also of the fragile self-esteem she had been clinging to. Her days turned into an endless cycle of doctor visits, painful treatments, and an unbearable silence she imposed upon herself. The mirror became her enemy, reflecting an image she no longer recognized. After weeks in intensive care following a medically induced coma, she awoke to find that her face was motionless, a blank canvas that bore no expression. The first time she truly looked at herself, she broke down. She wasn't just different anymore, she was unrecognizable, even to herself. As she entered her teenage years, Carlotta's struggles only deepened. The world around her was obsessed with beauty standards that she could never meet. Desperate to fit in, she turned to extreme measures. Her elaborate makeup routine became more rigorous, her foundation thicker, her contour sharper. Contact lenses replaced her natural eye color, an attempt to blend in, to erase any sign of her uniqueness. But the harder she tried to conform, the more alienated she felt. The burden of perfection was relentless. Every smudge of makeup, every slip in her disguise, felt like an exposure of her greatest vulnerability. She had trapped herself in a never-ending loop of hiding and self-loathing. Her insecurities bled into every aspect of her life, including her relationships. Seeking validation in love, she entered a toxic relationship with a man 13 years her senior. His love came at a price: control, manipulation, and a constant reminder that she would never be enough. He criticized the way she looked, the way she dressed, and even the way she spoke. Every harsh word from him was a dagger, confirming the fears she had battled all her life. Despite the emotional toll, she stayed. She convinced herself that love, even if painful, was better than loneliness. His infidelities, his belittling remarks, his possessiveness, she endured it all because she believed she had no other choice. After all, who else would love someone like her? The relationship drained her, leaving her a shell of the person she once was. She had spent so long trying to be someone she wasn't that she had lost sight of who she truly was. But fate had other plans. In 2018, after years of hiding behind a mask, Carlotta made a decision that would change her life forever. She wiped off her makeup, looked into the mirror, and decided it was time to stop running. With trembling hands, she took a picture of her bare face and posted it online. It was raw. It was unfiltered. It was real. And for the first time in her life, she didn't feel ashamed. The response was overwhelming. Messages poured in from people across the world, some who shared similar struggles, others who admired her courage. The outpouring of love was unlike anything she had ever experienced. Strangers saw beauty in the face she had spent years hiding. Encouraged by the support, she continued sharing her journey. She spoke openly about her struggles, her insecurities, and her road to self-acceptance. What started as a single act of bravery turned into a movement. Carlotta had unknowingly become a beacon of hope for those who had spent their lives feeling unseen. Her journey of self-discovery led to new opportunities. She penned her autobiography, Inconcelobile, which means unerasable, a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit. She became a motivational speaker, advocating for self-love, body positivity, and breaking societal beauty norms. Today, Carlotta stands as a living testament to the power of embracing one's true self. She no longer hides behind layers of foundation. She no longer seeks validation in toxic relationships. Instead, she walks with confidence, knowing that her worth is not determined by how closely she aligns with the world's narrow definition of beauty. To those who still struggle with self-acceptance, she offers these words: there will come a day when you understand that you are deserving of love, not in spite of your differences, but because of them. A moment when you realize that you gave too much importance to things that had none. And when that day comes, you will finally be free. Carlotta's story is more than just a tale of struggle, it is a reminder that true beauty lies not in perfection, but in authenticity. In a world obsessed with filters and facades, her journey stands as proof that real confidence comes from within. And as she continues to inspire thousands, she remains a symbol of the profound transformation that happens when we choose to love ourselves, flaws and all.